Hello, my friends. I hope everyone is doing well today. I'm sorry the scenery here for the video is a little bit bleak looking. Not as pretty, but it's kind of rainy and dreary here today. So I was going to be out walking again, but it kind of starts raining heavy and then it stops for a minute. So there's something really important that I want to talk about. It's on my mind and it's on my heart, and it has to do with all of us. It has to do with every one of us, and it's choosing. It's choosing love, peace, and unity over fear, hatred, and agendas that are not of the highest good for everyone. And this was kind of spurred on by some conversations that I've been having with folks over the last few days. And everybody's focus is on the WAR that's kind of going on right now. Certain things I'm going to try to not say out loud because I do not want this video to get pulled because of it. But everybody knows what I'm referring to. So something that occurs to me is a lot of people feel a sense of hopelessness when they're looking at the world right now and at the situation, because the focus of everything is on all of the negative aspects of what is currently happening. So I would just like to take a second and to remind us all to maintain our hope, maintain our positive energy, our faith and belief in the truth. And the truth is, the majority of individuals want nothing to do with the negative agendas that are going on, and not just, the main one that I was discussing a minute ago, but like in general, for a lot of different things happening in our world here, the majority of people want nothing to do with that. Most people would literally just like to live in peace with one another. And this is kind of a discussion that I was having with some folks off and on, and it was more than one. And it's like the focus is so much not on any hopeful part that I feel like it is important to remind us. Like, I can just give you some examples right off the top of my head of people, like, especially with the situation that's going on in the other part of the world. There was this newswoman who stood up and held up a sign basically saying all this stuff, this propaganda and everything that's going on is not true. She risked her life doing this. She knew that this could very well cost her life, but she wanted to get a message out to say what is happening is not what we, the people of this country, want. We're not about this. We're not for this. And the things that are being told to people are lies. So, like, she had enough faith and love in her heart that she stood up and spoke her truth, even knowing, because she had to be knowing, that in the situation that she's in, that the consequences for her actions would be severe. And I'm just praying for safety for her and others. And there's so many others. There is an overwhelming wave of people standing up for what is right and for the concept of love and peace and unity. A ton. Even like when they were trying to look for folks coming from the Ukraine, like, where can they evacuate them to? They were hoping maybe to get, a small fraction of people in these neighboring countries who would open their homes to them. And they were beyond flabbergasted when the numbers of people volunteering to take them in exceeded it by 1,000,000 times. So it's like humanity is showing itself. We, the regular people, are standing up and saying, we're not with this. We're not for this. We're not in agreement with this. And we haven't given up hope on one another. We haven't given up hope at all. In fact, every time you do something any of the handful of people who are for the negative agendas. Anytime you do something, we're going to stand up now in force together with an expression of love, with an expression of peace, and with an expression of unity. It's just like those astronauts, and if you watch any kind of news, you know what I'm talking about, who stood up and they were all wearing the colors of the Ukraine. So it's like people are doing what they can to stand in solidarity with one another. And I don't care what country you're in. I don't care, what is your political thing? What is your religious belief, ethnicity? None of that matters, because it is a worldwide thing. Love, peace, and unity has nothing to do with any divisions that anyone may think exist between any of us. Because at the end of the day, there aren't any. When it comes down to, do you want to choose peace and unity? There is way more of us who are for that, who are about being loving, compassionate, and kind to one another, living in peace, reaching out to help one another. There are way, way more of us than there are of them who are working the negative agendas. And so I just want to come on and give a message of hope and to focus on those things, and for us to all keep standing up for love and peace and unity in whatever way we can in our day-to-day lives. It doesn't mean we're all meant to do some major thing, right? It can be different for everybody what you do. One single kind thing you do. Everyone's heard of like the random acts of kindness. And literally, if all you can do is send, prayers or positive energy to this world, to everyone in it, to all of our fellow humans who are standing up for what is right, who are kind of showing, look, we're about peace, we're about love. Let's come together. Let's help one another. Let's show that none of us think this is right. We don't agree with this. And we can do it in a way, it's like I always said, violence doesn't solve violence. It doesn't. I mean, there are times where you do have to stand up and you do have to defend yourself in some physical way. Always, yes, those situations can come up. But it's like we can make a stand. We can stand in solidarity with one another the world over. We are all one. Okay, we are one big family. So it doesn't matter where we come from. It doesn't matter what we look like. It doesn't matter what our stories are. We can all stand for love and peace and unity. We can all stand for each other and say, we don't believe in this tyranny. We don't believe in these negative agendas. We're not going to have it. We're not going to participate in it in any way. In fact, every opportunity we get, we are going to exhibit the opposite. We are going to show that we, humanity, don't agree with this. Our heart is the opposite of that. Our heart is for ourselves and one another in the best possible way. So I wanted to highlight that, and there are a lot of other examples and stories that I could bring up that are currently going on of people that are being super brave. We could talk about, the leader of the country, the president of the Ukraine, who had an opportunity to be evacuated out early on, and he did not take it. He said, no, I am going to stand with my people. I'm not going to leave them. If they have to fight, if this is going on, I'm here with them. So it's like, so many people from different walks of life are standing up and telling the truth. People the world over, many of us are donating what we can to help, like medically and for food and water and things for those that need it. People are opening their homes and their hearts to those that are escaping from the tyranny and the stuff that's going on. So I tell you that it moves me. I have always had faith in humanity, regardless of what people say, regardless of what I see. I know that the negative things are driven by a very, very, very small portion of individuals who are working an agenda. And it has nothing to do with the mass amount of us. It has nothing to do with us except that it is affecting our world. And so I want to kind of just instill that hope back into anyone who is absorbing a lot of what is going on and allowing it to maybe change how you feel or how you think, or to kind of give up on the situation. Please don't. Please don't. Please look at everybody who is doing everything they can to try and help one another, to make a difference, to stand together. And like I said, for those of you that have, like social platforms, you could even go on there. It's like one of the YouTubers that I used to watch all the time, and I still catch him occasionally, Infinite Waters, used to say, promote what you love, not what you don't. If you're against something, promote the thing that you're for. Don't talk a lot about what we're not for, because then we're putting the focus back on that. So my focus is going to be promoting love, peace, and unity, which is what my channel has always been about. And we can all do that. Everybody who has social media platforms, you can go on there and do the same thing. Say, we're standing in solidarity with one another. We're standing for love. We're standing for peace and unity. We don't agree with these other agendas other individuals have. This is not us. We don't stand for that. This is what we stand for. We the individual, we the people, humanity. We stand for each other. So I just wanted to put a short message out. Hopefully this message is short, that there is hope all around us. There is goodness. Please keep the faith. Don't give up. You know what I mean? Don't give up. Don't think there's no hope in situations, because there is. And people are standing up literally hour by hour, day by day. Just like people are waking up to the reality of what's going on. People are standing in their truth, even when it's costing them their lives. So like any little thing that we can do, even just sending so much positive energy, so much good energy out, it sways things, it moves things, it helps. It honestly helps. So I just want to say to everybody, and if anybody would catch this message who's going through any of this, I want to say, I'm with you in heart and in spirit. I support you. I support us. We, the humans, the people of this planet, who 99% of us don't want any of this. We just want to live in peace with one another. We have a lot we can learn from one another. And it's not hard to be kind to each other. It really isn't. It's not hard at all. So please keep the faith. Please know that, you're not alone. You're not alone in this. We are all together. And remember that the majority of us feel that way. The majority of human beings on this planet feel that way. Even with the WAR situation going on in that country that started it, many of the people who live there are leaving en masse. They're leaving to go to Finland and other countries because they're saying, we don't agree with this. We're not part of this. We don't want to participate in this. So please know that it's like, don't let these negative agendas that happen divide you. Don't let it divide us. Okay? Don't let it divide humanity in general. Please don't let that happen. Keep the faith. Let's stand in solidarity together. Let's lift one another up. Be kind to one another. And when you go through your daily life, whatever you can do to just spread a little love and kindness will make a difference. It really, really will make a difference. And just try and focus on all of those individuals around you, as well as yourself, who are choosing love and peace and unity over the opposite. Let's promote what we love, not what we don't. Let's promote what we want, not what we don't want. And let's focus on what we want, not the things that we don't want. Because where we put our attention and our energy makes a difference. So let's stand together. I'm sending everybody love, peace, unity, and solidarity at this time. Please know that we are all loved beyond measure. We are loved beyond measure. And together there's nothing we can't do. Let's send out so much love, so much positive energy that we start to turn things around, because we can do it. We absolutely can do it together. Together we can do anything. So I love you all. Please stay well, stay safe, stay positive. Don't let anything pull you down. And if it does, get right back up again. Okay? Get right back up again. Stand for your truth. Stay in the light. Stay in the love. We've got this. Bye-bye.